What we're making today is going to be a chicken fettuccine Alfredo from scratch. We're making the noodles from scratch. We're gonna raise the chickens outside. It'll be a whole thing. You're gonna love it. Like, why would I think this was gonna be acceptable? Putting a bag upside down in a bag. Hey.
Brady.
Hey.
Hey. I'm here.
What's up?
What up?
What's going on, man?
Yeah, we're doing a boomerang?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait,
Oh, come on. I was all prepared for this. Ooh. Y'all ever had this?
I have not.
No?
I'm by my shit though.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, come back.
Yeah, there you go.
So the first thing we're gonna do, right, is for the dough, is obviously add the flour, right? Now, typically when I make this, I do you know you can put egg shells down the food processor? You know now. So if I want a more like rich pasta dough, all I need to do is add a little bit more yolk. So that's 3 yolks, 2 eggs. I'm just gonna add a little bit of oil to help it be supple, quote unquote. Just pulsing this, still sort of like a little bit grainy. So we should be able to add just a little bit of water to this. There we go. Throw it onto the work surface, fold it, flip it, fold it, flip it. Y'all want to touch that, by the way?
Yes.
Yeah, so you want it to bounce back a little bit, right? Oh, yeah, give it a good little, there we go. Like Play-Doh, right?
Yeah.
Which is, you know, why they call it Play-Doh. Yeah. So now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna let this thing rest in the fridge. Because, I mean, you saw how much I was pushing on that thing, right?
A lot of pressure in there.
Yeah, so now, put this in the fridge for like 30 minutes, right? You can do it and you can leave this thing for like 4 hours, 5 hours, and like it will rest even more, but you know, we don't have that type of time. Noodles are resting, right? So we have to chop up the vegetables. You're shredding chicken, that's what you're doing. We have a rotisserie chicken. You are gonna be grating cheese. Okay, here's your cheese.
All right, so when am I starting to tear this stuff
Shred that through the fine part. The broccoli we're really gonna char, like really char it because I want that, like that burnt. So you have this creamy, soft fettuccine and the chicken sort of subtle, so I want like hits of like salt and char, yeah. Cut this broccoli into florets, and I'm using a red jalapeno. I wanted that sweetness that it gives off to sort of contrast, and then, of course, let people try it. Yeah, was that good?
Yeah.
It is.
Was that good? You want to try one?
Please.
Just go ahead and try one. So, because I want to try out these. You want to try one?
I think it's good.
No, not that.
Ooh.
I tried, man.
Are you serious?
Yeah, didn't I not? Yeah, he did.
This is actually pretty sweet.
Right?
Sweet
Has some
and
natural
then
sugars in it.
Yeah.
You just gotta test out the ingredients.
Tequila doesn't count though.
I'm so glad that y'all tried that. I'm using canola oil because it's a higher heat oil. With olive oil, it just breaks down and gives you off flavors. And I don't know why everybody uses olive oil. I mean, I get it, but like, this is better to cook with on high heat. Olive oil has a lower smoke point, so it'll start to break down, and actually it's worse for you at that high heat level.
It becomes like carcinogenic
Yes.
at that point.
Yeah. It's all bad for you. Just accept it. Like, you do worse things, right? Okay, so this has oil on it. That's gonna get a nice little char. What are you doing over there?
Eating everything.
Just wolfing things back there?
Been quiet for a minute.
Yeah.
Mouthful.
A little bit of salt on these guys.
Food to go to waste.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. I appreciate you. Now, when you make the burnt serrano oil, you have to slice the chili super thin. So this wouldn't be applicable like to do like for the like an oil. I'll let y'all try the burnt serrano oil, the last round I made. It's not as good because I sliced them too thick because I was testing out the theory of having them thicker, but okay, so that's gonna go in the oven. I just have them separated because this is gonna cook quicker than the broccoli. So that goes in the oven, 425. And then I'll just set a timer for, I don't know, I'll do 15 minutes and then we'll check on it. It may be shorter, it may be longer. If it's shorter, then we're in trouble, but hopefully it's not shorter. Okay, dough's out of the fridge. Cut this into quarters, and then just sachet some flour onto the top. Just flatten this into a little disc here. You know, nothing too fancy, just do your thing, flatten it out. Starting on 1, we're gonna slowly roll it through. Add more flour to the top of it so it doesn't stick. By the way, I'm doing this little like book fold method where you fold both ends and it works magically. Probably around 2, you're gonna stop doing the folding once you get it to the silky smooth feeling. The pasta machine goes all the way to 9. I'm gonna take it to 6. And you see how it's like holding itself together? When I first started making pasta, I was like terrified to do that. So this is our first sheet of pasta. And so what I'll do is just, I learned that move off of watching a Netflix episode. There you go. Because I don't want it, right? I don't want it sticking to the tabletop, bar top or whatever. We'll have the flour on top. And then we go on to the next one. So we're gonna let these sheets dry, okay? And while they're drying, we're gonna make the sauce. Mint up some garlic. It can be 3 cloves, it can be 4. It's a whizzy, it's a woozy, it's a, you know. Of course, we're pounding out fresh black pepper. A pat of butter in a saucepan. It's melted, garlic in. A little bit of salt. And then in about like 20 seconds, we're adding heavy cream. A little bit of parm at a time. A little bit of black pepper. Fresh grated nutmeg will change the entire flavor profile, trust me. That's it, stir it together. We have made Alfredo sauce. Okay, so here's our pasta. We've cut the sheets into noodle sizes that we want, rolling them through. If you haven't had fresh pasta, this is your opportunity. Noodles, meet boiling water, become friends. By the way, make sure that boiling water, it tastes like the ocean. And that's gonna cook for like 2 minutes. In the saucepan, combine everything. Chicken, broccoli, red jalapenos, everything in there, stir it up. When the noodles are done and strained, you combine the sauce mixture and the noodles. Oh man, yeah.
Like eating clouds.
Those noodles, I'm so happy with those.
I kind of want to get stuck in my mustache so I can have some for later.
Yeah, a little flavor saver. You'll know how to make it now. So.